It looks so goofy. Alright, let's get started on part Nightmare. So we are running Holy Bolt. And I guess nothing right now over here. So we'll just leave that. Now let's make this Z. Okay.
I will cleanse this wilderness.
Okay. So, only can kill the demons, but thankfully Act 1's got a good number of demons on it. Sub-only November starts now? It's not a thing. Remember. Not a thing. Hello, Jarsky. The meaning of rainbow is in the top left. Players 8. Let's see how Players 8 runs here.
I am overburdened.
That's some money right there. Does he read YouTube chat or just Twitch? Just Twitch. No, I read both. We do our best to read both chats. We're only level 27. I probably should have like leveled a tiny bit more prior. Does the voice sound the same on both? Oh my god. Oh. Holy Bolt is rough. Just lost a viewer by joking? Probably. Probably. This is not a lot of damage.
I am overburdened.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm so used to Holy Bolt in all the other games, all the like mods, where it's so good that I forgot it's not very good. Oh, what have we done? What have we done to ourselves for our nightmare run, you guys? Oh, this is just bad. Two more levels and we get Fist of Heavens, which will do a little bit for us, but it's still pretty rough. Get him, Darcy. Just drop Stormlash? Let's go, baby. Huge drop. Alright, let's just go to the tower. I guess I really want a level though, but we should also just go to the tower. Alright, Conviction's probably a 1-point wonder for us, right? Maybe I should put a couple points into it. What's my caffeine intake? I don't drink caffeine. Oh my god. Look at that. The tower is right there the whole time. I'm actually not a caffeine drinker. I don't even know how much 600 milligrams is. That sounds like a lot. Tune in before your lunch break. Hello, hello. A cup of coffee is 80 to 100. Jeez. Caffeine's addicting, man. I've never actually been addicted to caffeine though. Like, I can enjoy a Coke or, you know, whatever, soda, some sort of coffee drink, whatever it is. But I don't really get too much feeling from it, and I never like have any craving for it. Now sugar is my kryptonite. I crave sugar just nonstop. What? What a weird map. Holy cow. Alright. Yeah, like 600 milligrams sounds like a lot, but I'm also sure that there are plenty of people that drink more than that, and it's ridiculous. What a map. Okay.
I am overburdened.
Okay. Sure. So yeah, I don't know. I've never had the caffeine addiction craving, but if it's anything like my sugar cravings, it is non-stop. Greetings. Hello, hello. Oh no, I don't like that. Get away from Mr. Tree.
Impossible.
Captain Davy, thank you very much for the sub. I see you stream more on YouTube. Yeah, I'll be streaming on YouTube. Unless things change in some crazy way, pretty much from here on out. It'll be dual streaming. So YouTube should be able to get 4 to 5 days a week. Oh my gosh, really? We're probably also gonna get a river just to like really add insult to injury. There it is. Dang, Crater. Saves Llama the step of creating a YouTube thumbnail and uploading to YouTube separately. I actually still upload to YouTube separately. I actually go and unlist. Oh, that's really nice. Unlist the video and then highlight it down to whatever it's supposed to be, and then I list it from there. Or I like upload that. I don't know. Maybe it's really bad and like a bad experience. I hope not for YouTube people. Oron, thank you. Let's go Yankees. Psh. Rangers. Rangers. Ow. No. What do I need? A Thol rune? Is that right? I almost want to grab that bill. Get a mercenary with an insight.
I can't.
They named your baseball team? They named my World Series winning baseball team, excuse me? Current world champs baseball team? Why re-upload the stream if the live stream is already saved? I highlight it down because the live stream has the intro, it has all the fluff, it has all that stuff. Whereas my my highlight videos that I do are edited down so that it has, you know, a little bit more. Just exactly the content. I don't want to fight extra fast. Too fast for me. You like the fluff? I don't know. It's a tough. I'm not sure what's the best way to do it. This build takes a lot of damage. It's not great right now. I was expecting it to do a little better. I'm not gonna lie. But we're really kind of putting our eggs into the hit 30 and hope it fixes itself by then. Because I've played FOHdin, but I've played it where I had more levels, you know. I want Spirit, which will also be a nice help. I also... there's a longsword. I guess I already have that. I want Spirit, and I also want... Lore Helm. Plus skills are really important. It'll like boost my damage a ton, which will just do so much. Do I ever think I'll do a GDQ again? Oh, for sure. The biggest issue was with COVID, and especially now that I have a baby, I'm trying to really be responsible and not, you know, expose her as much, so. So once she gets a little older, I mean, I'm sure she'll, you know, once she goes to school or daycare or anything like that, she'll be bringing all that stuff home to me. But until that point, and while she's still really young and under a year, I feel bad. And like, I don't want to. Oh my god. Mana burn's so annoying. Soul Rune, awesome. Really nice. Okay, so Ort Soul. Lore Helm, beautiful. And we just need that Thol rune now. And we'll be good to go. If I had a Runeword tattoo, would I pick a cool one or a useful one? I mean, you gotta pick a useful one, I think. I don't know which one I'd pick. Maybe like grief or something, you know.
I will cleanse this wilderness.
Daughter must be the best dev team member. Stealth would be probably what I'd pick. Much love to stealth. Level. Oh, come on!
Good day.
Don't miss. Give my tips for you, Matt.
I will cleanse
Ridiculous. Excuse me. Champion Fallen pack. Gorgeous. Alright, one more level. Check the armor rack for Paladin shields. I already socketed my Pally shield, so at this point, not really, but we could. Thank you. Wow. Wow. What does creative dater mean? It means I take my lady on creative dates. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. You could also be someone who just thinks of dates that sound creative. May 29th. Sounds like a pretty creative date.
I can't carry anymore.
A Prember 54th. Ooh, getting really creative over there. There's the creative part, forgetting your wallet. Wow, you forget your wallet one too many times. And that's all anybody remembers. The 18th of Brumaary. Great month. Jesus.
Good day.
Febtober. You know, it's alright. I've heard more creative, but... I take my wallet everywhere I go, just about. My wallet's name? Moo Girl. What up, McScoob? How you doing, bro? Rainbow Run is in the top left. Alright. Just need level 30 here and we'll be ready to start kicking. I'm using the Gnasher, which doesn't really do anything for us right now. We'll use a Spirit Sword later when we can get a 4 open socket sword. Your woman also carries all your money? See? Well, that's interesting start.
I can't.
Top left. Ex Migol. Why not use a Holy Bolt Scepter? I didn't have one. Could go spend time trying to shop one, but I'm gonna be moving over to Fist of Heaven soon, so. And then I'll be moving into Spirit and you know all that. Streamed all the platforms for Lofi and it doesn't bog your PC. Streamlabs Stream OBS thing, whatever they have, is really bogs down your PC. It's inflated with a bunch of stuff. It ends up actually not being great. Also, streaming to multiple platforms doesn't really do a lot to your PC. It's not actually that difficult. But yeah, Streamlabs OBS is just OBS stolen and inflated with some bloatware, essentially. There's a whole stuff if you want to read more on it. Oh, Rune, let's go! This is a speed run? No, we're just checking time for fun.
Good day.
Just keeping track of it. We'll hold it. Alright. Talthal Ort Am 28% spirit. Whatever. Spirit's a spirit. I'm using Restream.io and it's been perfectly fine. Honestly, just a single spirit is actually a huge improvement in making this such a better build. One, you get the plus skills, but the bigger thing, honestly, is the FCR. Like, wow. Having some FCR on this is huge. Full X for potential insight. Eh. Insight's cool and all, but... Alright, level 30. Fist of Heavens. Conviction. Holy Bolt. Okay. That's just what we were just missing, the spirit, honestly. And okay, so let's say, oops, C, X there. Well, I guess I want like Z, X, C. Let's do like that. Nice. Maybe this will be something better. 1 to Blessed Hammer, 1 to Vigor, 2 to Holy Shock. Unfortunately, no, but it is worth money. Ral Ort. Okay, let's go forward now. I think we're in a good enough spot.
Good day.
Let's try Players 8. Hell, we're going hammers, because last time I went hammers and nightmare. I also want faster run walk boots. I'm only level 30, so it's fine. Yeah, let's see if we can do Players 8 at all.
I will cleanse
No.
this wilderness.
Would be quite helpful. Get him. Didn't you get a few boots from Bale? Oh yeah, I did get 30 fast run walk boots from Bale. Good call. Boing.
Good day.
And that's nothing. Yeah, I love the birdhouse boss packs. I really gotta decide if I want more conviction though. Probably not. We'll look at the next level up. With all of our plus skills, we're probably okay just keeping it 1 pointer is my guess. I mean, it's minus 45. I mean, minus 5% for each point, but lightning damage isn't as big of a deal. So I'm probably keeping it a 1 point wonder, and we should probably just go into Holy Bolt. Yeah, it's a little rough sometimes, but ouch. If I could find a 4 open socket before Act 5, that would be amazing. That would be super ideal here. I'm gonna spend the rest of the points on Holy Bolt.
I can't carry anymore.
Do I ever do season runs? Whenever a new season happens, I'm always on the team that's first to finish. First Ubers, first Bale, and that sort of stuff.
Sisters turn the tide against evil.
Have you been doing more YouTube streaming, McScoob?
This is no place.
Good morning, Ek.
to die.
I'm gonna go to players 3. Jail level 1. Players 8 was too much, but another soul rune. This works. Wow. Potential map. Is the weapon the Gnasher? Yeah, we just found it. You got back from vacation, thought about giving it a shot. Can I set up soon? Yeah, why not?
Good day.
I agree. What's the downside there? 6 to mana, 3 to mana. I don't need to waste my space there. YouTube chat's a lonely place. Look at all your friends that are there. YouTube is work friendly and they block Twitch. Interesting. I see a lot of fun friends over in YouTube chat right now. Where do I start when I want to first begin with Diablo 2? I mean, honestly, you just make a character and start. It's the easiest thing to say. It's not something like, you know, where you have to have everything perfect and all this. Having a build guide help you can be nice. I have guided playthroughs on my YouTube. I've written all the guides on Icy Veins, so any of that stuff is, you know, nice and helps. But I mean, you just kind of start, like, pick the character that reaches out to you most. You can take pretty much any build through normal. And then from there, you know, you kind of need to figure out what you're doing a little bit more, I'd say, but... Whew. Do I play any more PD2? I'll probably do some more PD2 in the future. I wanted to actually do more PD2 this season, but then I don't even know what happened. I just got like caught up with other pieces. I was really kind of planning on doing a little more. Why not use Hammered In for Hell? I will be using Hammered In for Hell. FOHdin stinks. I mean, this is players 8 now, so now the FOHdin is actually working pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with him actually. The speedrunner happened. You're right. I mean, that is actually what happened. I just got an urge to start speedrunning again. I haven't speedrun in a long time. And I'm really happy I did. It's been an absolute blast. I've been having so much fun with it. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as well. Yeah, this is players 8 right now. And I'm only level 33, so I'm not even like crazy high leveled. Yeah, honestly, once we got Spirit and a couple points in Fist of Heavens, this build has picked itself right up into a totally fine spot. 27, 28, 29. That was feeling rough. I'm not gonna lie. That was a little rougher than I wanted it to be. Do I hold any speedrun world records? Well, we just got that necro. It's the official record, but kind of the unofficial record, because Bender has a time that's unsubmitted that's faster, and I need to go beat that, so that's why I didn't like make much claim or anything on it. So we got some work to do to... Oh, so much experience in here. Gorgeous. Level 2. Farm that spot. The thing is, in Nightmare, the champion packs change. In normal, they stay the same between map resets, but in Nightmare, they change. So, you don't know if you're gonna always get it. Dude, these tainted suck. Forget that. So otherwise, you'd probably see people like kind of farming even potentially. I could see it happening if it did stay the same. Schmidt Wild, thank you very much for the sub. You could see people farming like Nightmare jail maps potentially, and then you could just like level like crazy off Nightmare champions, and then you'd be flying, you know. But since that's not a thing you can do, then it's not a thing that happens. Ooh, nice. A second pack of it. Works for me. I don't really want to fight Tainteds. They're kind of wrecking my face a little right now. Moo Girl is nauseous and went to the doctors. Llama baby number 2 on the way. No, it was a planned procedure. Not a potential baby. Sorry. Yeah, Tainteds are just murderers. SOJ, 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 SOJ. Darn.
Good day.
Hello.
Ooh, 33 light res, but we have Nokazin already, so save it as a potential in the future. Sure, we'll put a bunch of you guys over there, move you here. Okay, level 35. I mean, maybe the idea here is just rush forward. Because all this stuff, nothing is happening here. I'm not able to, too many animals. Okay, I'm gonna go players 1. It's just all animals. Yeah, Act 2 is a pain, so we're just not going to fight anything. Till the Arcane Sanctuary. I mean, the thing is, Arcane Sanctuary and Chaos Sanctuary are both, like, godlike for this guy. So, I'm going to just use the Chaos for my, like, leveling area. Fist of Heavens will still hit, but none of the Holy Bolts will deal any damage. They only deal damage to demons and undead, so all of the animals, like scavengers, they'll hit, but all of the animals otherwise, brutes and, you know, beetles and spear cats and all that stuff, they don't get hit by any of it. See, like these guys do because they're also undead. Why do runners switch to OG graphics when shopping? So when you're shopping on OG graphics, it's the same speed if you are perfect on remastered graphics. But the thing is, you don't have to be perfect on OG graphics. So I'll go show that when we get there in a minute or two. When I can stop by potions, I'll show you. But essentially you have to be pixel perfect in that you're not allowed to move off of your pixel if you shop in remastered and want to fast shop. But when you fast shop in OG, you get the leeway. Racknishu, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in. Thanks, Connor. You too. How was League? La Liga de Legends. Atreus, I already said hello to you. But hello again. Thank you, Sir Squish. Alright, where's the waypoint at? Hey,
Paladin
McScoob!
McScoob became a member.
Wow, thank you, Paladin. That's very sweet. Didn't have to do that. Alright, so I'll show you really fast. Also, we'll buy a 40 life belt. And we already have good boots. So here, if I want to fast buy, right? I can fast buy like that. But if I'm like moving my mouse even a little bit, trying to fast buy is like impossible. So if you're going for fast buying, it just slows it down. But if I switch over to OG, let me drop some potions. See, I can move my mouse around, but still the fast buying continues. So it gives you way more flexibility there. It doesn't block you out, essentially.
I am overburdened.
YouTube emotes, let's go. Yeah, so I don't mind buying on D2R because honestly I feel really great about my buying. I don't really brick out very often. I'm pretty good at keeping my mouse still, and so I don't really have too many issues. But it can be, you know, the tiniest bit, which can be annoying and all that. So I may end up switching over to the OG graphics. Just because, you know, small but something. Where to get the TP staff? Act 3 normal. Ormus. First time watching live? Welcome in. Happy to have you, Sachin. Welcome to all the new viewers from YouTube. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I appreciate you being here. Slowly and surely building up the YouTube live viewer audience. So, you know, it may be smaller now, but hopefully over time it builds and grows and we can have all our fun together. Thanks, Steven. Hi, Philip. Oh my gosh. Well, I submit this to YouTube as a new speedrun category. Probably not. I don't really submit meme runs or anything like that to speedrun.com. These are more just like fun, different, interesting runs. Yeah, we can now, Rakinisha. Hey, Extreme Butters. Which one is better for me so far? I could do either. Wait, better in what way? Yeah, like I'm not sure anybody's done a fist barb through hell like I did, but I don't know if that needs a world record thing on it, you know. I do have a guide available for people who want to try speedrunning. It's a little outdated, so it's not perfect, but it does cover majority of the stuff you're going to want to know. It's a playlist on my YouTube called like speedrunning, how to speedrun, something along those lines.
Good day.
YouTube versus Twitch, which one gives you more cash, more exposure? I don't know. I mean, I've just started streaming on YouTube, so that's kind of the issue. It's like comparing apples and, you know, YouTube. It's tough there. Very different apples, because one apple is an apple that you've had for, you know, 50 years, and the other one you just
Chris Bode became a member.
Just picked off the tree. Chris Bode becoming a member as well. Thank you so much.
This surely is the product
So,
of a twisted mind.
yeah, just hard to say exactly. Support on, you know, if you're watching, liking, following, subscribing, whatever on either platform, you're supporting me. I wouldn't worry too much about which is the specifically best support, if there is one or the other. Yeah, LK runs and then River of Flame runs are definitely going to be your best.
Dareth93 became a member.
Wow, your best way to find Enigma. But it's not always the most fun, so you gotta factor in what's the most fun way. Is it more fun to do other things? Zareth93 becoming a member as well. My goodness. It's like, I think that's the most members we've gotten in a day. Appreciate it. And Glory, thank you for the Prime sub. Does YouTube have a hype train? Probably not. Favorite character to play in D2? I love Boazon. I love Sorceress. And I love Barbarian. I really love the like 3 OG kind of styles. Yeah, Hammerdin's still the best Paladin. Been watching a while, figured I'd finally member up. I appreciate it. That's definitely something I've noticed, and there is no shaming what's. I want to like very clearly make sure this is known before I make this statement. I am totally happy with all of the support and all of the love and everybody who just watches on YouTube and all that stuff. But something I've definitely just noticed in general across not just my stream but all streams and everything that I've seen from other people and friends is that Twitch viewers subscribe way more often than like YouTube people become members. But again, I'm not saying that in a negative way. It's just like subscribing on Twitch is a much more like common, natural thing. And YouTuber, you got to work harder for the YouTube viewer, I guess. Prime definitely helps, but even if you take Prime out of it, I am not calling you guys out, and I do not want. Don't go member me now for if you feel any pressure. I'm. That's just an observation. Again, I've seen across a lot. I think it's the culture of like Twitch. And just how it kind of came about, and it's very different. But like I'm the same. Like I've subscribed to, you know, I mean right now I'm probably currently subscribed to like 20 people on Twitch. I don't have any memberships on YouTube. But I also struggle with finding YouTube Live. I'm not gonna lie. I still struggle with that. With YouTube you have premium, and a member with Twitch it's just sub. That's actually a good point. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't have any ads on YouTube. That's also a really good point. There is Twitch Turbo, but Twitch does like they try and hide it essentially. They don't want people. Yeah, I didn't think about that though. Oh my god, did we fourth way it? Are you kidding me? This is dull for YouTube, they're very bad to me. Yeah. But kind of in a reverse way, I feel like YouTube and ads and all that stuff, they're way more accepting of it. Plus they have, you know, YouTube Premium and all this piece. Now, I don't run ads anyways, so it's not a big deal. But I feel like YouTube is way more like, yeah, that's, you know. And now, of course, they're doing weird stuff like 50-minute ads and things, and people are like, okay. Are you planning on making a D2 mod? So I was considering making a D2 mod. Instead, I'm just going to make my own game. So that's what I'm currently working on. according to you, Google, some of your premium payment goes toward the creators you're subscribed to in lieu of the videos not having ads. Yes, that is correct. So like I get a, even though I don't run ads and I just have like the ad, you know, at the start of the YouTube video, that's just the standard one, and I don't have any ads beyond that, none in the middle, anything like that. I get a much bigger like ad payout from YouTube than from Twitch. But yeah, I also just went premium, but then if you go premium, then they pay some of that back to you, and so.
Hey Mr. Llama, hope you are doing great.
Thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. Maybe you should. What's a couple ads an hour? It's just a lot of annoyance for people. I don't like it. Thank you very much, Mozilla. I prefer the model of run a stream that is not filled with ads, not having those interruptions and the annoyance to people. And yes, it won't make as much money, but if, you know, it gives everybody a better experience, that's great. And for some people, that'll be, you know, they'll be like, okay, great. And maybe they'll donate a little more and that'll slightly offset it. I mean, it won't really, but, you know, whatever. But it's a better experience, and I think that's worth it. And then, you know, ads that I much prefer, honestly, are just like if I can pick up a sponsorship, right? That's like a much better ad, in my opinion. Because then it's not while you're trying to watch the content you want to watch, you're getting hit with ads. It's rather just, hey, if you want to hang out during this content, you can. If you don't, you're not like missing anything. Do I get money from premium viewers? Yeah, I believe YouTube gives a portion of premium revenue to you for ads that get missed. Would I only advertise a product I like? Many times, I would say yes. By that I mean sometimes I'm down to just like try something out. Yeah, it's probably not great, but hey, I've found some things that I actually really enjoyed that I didn't think I would. But, you know, I try not to take just like trash sponsorships all the time. But then there's also just kind of weird random ones sometimes. Like we did Subway Surfer, what, a couple days ago. And it was kind of fun. It was really chill. Like I've played Subway Surfer before. I like Subway Surfer. So I was like, yeah, I mean, it's not like the coolest, you know, game I've ever played or anything, but in terms of just like a game that I enjoy, yeah, sure. It was fun. No, that was Moo Girl. There's also been some we've done, and then, you know, it's like, okay. I don't actually enjoy this one that much. As long as it's not a VPN, I'm happy. No VPN sponsors here, yeah.
3 out of 100. Prior naked runs have no charms. I offer you this, any percent without charms, or 100% with charms. Deal? If you accept, say GG, say GG, say GG, say GG, say GG, say GG,
all the bosses
say
are demons,
GG,
yeah.
say GG, say GG, say GG.
Naked. I'd rather do not. I'll go any percent without. I don't wanna have to do Pindle and stuff naked. Or I mean Nilithek. Thank you, Emroy. Throw a couple foes into the crowd. You can, it just depends. Oh my god, Red. Do I think I would have had more... I'd have more viewers if I... Ooh, 2 to Fist of Heavens. Kept going. That's a nice jewel. With Diablo 4. Potentially. I mean, the problem is this. You know, I can play any game for a couple of hours. We take a sponsorship. I'm playing the game. I'm not actually liking the game. I can still play through it, and it's fine. And that's that. You know, then, okay, cool, it's over. But to continue to play a game that I ultimately just am no longer finding fun and stuff, I would just be a lot more miserable, and it would be a struggle. I think if I shifted it to Diablo 4, and to be frank, kind of lied about my thoughts on it. Oh, I think it's amazing, and I think this is great. It, you know, was always super hype on it and stuff. I think many people would enjoy that, but I would kind of be fooling, you know, myself, and again, I think it would do well until it didn't, sort of thing. That is our Twitch sub count. So, you know, I like to stream what makes me happy. And again, I'm not hating on anybody who wants to play D4 or enjoys D4 or any of that stuff. Diablo 4 makes certain people happy, and that's great. But after, you know, a couple hundred hours in it, I didn't want to play it anymore. And I'm also someone who wants to speak how I truly feel about it. So if I feel like I'm not enjoying it, I think, you know, something needs to change, something's wrong with it, whatever. I'm somebody who wants to say that. Like, that's something that I feel like I tell you guys. Hey, this is not working very well. Paladin McScoop with a gifted membership. Wow. Thanks, McScoop. Who did it gift to? I don't know. Oh, there it is. To Mortal HC.
I need a key.
Mortal became a member.
Kind of confusing how it did that, but alright. Thank you, Paladin. Alright, we'll kill these dudes sapping our stuff. Non-controversial. Some people would say what I say is controversial. It's fine. But yeah, I just want to be able to speak how I really feel on something, which, you know, credit to Blizzard, they've always been like cool with that, you know. They don't like punish you if you have, you know, a different opinion about a game or anything. You like that people sometimes show up and get angry at Llama for not being angry? Yeah, that happens. Let's not start that one there, Pro Gamer Matt. What's my favorite aura? Probably meditation's the one that comes to mind. Being able to clean up some mana issues just feels so nice. Which should not be controversial. Yeah, it is for some people. For a lot of people, if your views don't align with theirs, or with the norm, it's controversial. Salvation's also, it's like too good though. Yeah.
It's locked.
I think that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves with it, honestly. Is a lot of people listen to just what other content creators are saying or whatever it is, and then that becomes their opinion, and then they go attack everyone who doesn't have that opinion. Sure, I'll do that. So if Asmongold and Woody and Rax and whoever say Diablo 4 is fantastic, and I say, yeah, it's struggling with its itemization, this stuff isn't great, and then they say, you're wrong and dumb, it's totally great, and you're just upset because your career's over, because D4 is great and nobody cares about you, whatever stuff, right? They just start getting aggressive. It's like, first off, let's chill out a little bit. But additionally, did that really happen? Oh yeah. And then many of those people came back a few weeks later, a month later, and they were like, hey, I'm really sorry. Now that I've played through the game a lot more, I think it has all these issues too. It's funny. Do you think D4 Resurrection will be a thing in 20 years? I don't know. I mean, like, Diablo 3 is still a thing, you know? 13 years later or whatever. So yeah, there's definitely some like honeymooning going on, you know, which is, it's gonna happen, and that's totally fair. People are excited, and that's the thing. A lot of it is kind of grief in a way as well. And we all have to kind of grieve it, which sounds really dumb, you know? Like, it does. I agree. It sounds silly that, like, oh, we have to grieve this video game. But that's honestly what's happening, I think, in those times. People are simply grieving because they had so much excitement, so much hope, so much everything for this game, and they would, you know, they really wanted a lot out of it. I really wanted a lot out of it. You know, I'm right there with everybody. There you go, Zareth. And then, you know, they got there and it wasn't what they expected. It wasn't what they wanted. It was disappointing. It didn't have, you know, again, not for everybody, for some people. And so they take that frustration out on whoever is closest. Because, yeah, you spent so much time and energy and effort getting excited for this game, thinking about what it could be like, getting hyped over announcements, all this stuff, and then that's, you know, what was delivered didn't live up to that, so. Can 89 Source Blizzard kill D-Clone? Sure. Worst case, you can use the prevent monster heal trick. hit him with the prevent monster heal, and then he'll stop healing, and as long as you kind of stick close by, you'll be good. Zero punctuation. Wait, what's zero punctuation? Do sources use firewall? Not like endgame sources really, but I've used it in speedruns before and stuff. I probably know what zero punctuation is, but give me a reminder. Jog my memory. Name's familiar. Ooh, there we go. Another Rune.
I need mana.
Animated video game review of white circle people on a yellow background. Okay, now I'm more confused. This one is not hardcore. What controversial change would I make to D2R? Probably something with like nerf grief down. But I mean, that's not too controversial. I guess people hate nerfs. But I would like buff all base weapon damages. But then nerf grief and spirit. No mana pots from vendors. Bring it back. Nerf hammers. Yep, I would nerf hammers as well. That one's probably more controversial. I would actually remove concentration as a synergy to hammers. And then buff hammer damage a little bit to help make up for some of it. But allow Hammerdins to run other auras with concentration instead of being with hammers instead of being forced to run concentration. Just found FOHdin. Thanks, Mr. Llama. Do what I can for you guys, you know. Do I like the corruption system from PD2? Yeah, I think it's fun. Oh, this guy's not a demon. Interesting.
This blade shall pierce the heart of evil.
Even at 30% FCR, it's still the best shield ever. The problem is it's always the best shield, always. But there's also not really good options for casters, and you know, it's a really tough like spot. There needs to be better, but also yeah, so it's like bring hammer damage down, but now you can run meditation with your hammers. You know? So it allows you more flexibility, or you can run salvation with it, or you can run, you know, whatever. It just kind of changes up. I think it'd be interesting. Hey Armiel, how you doing? Aura pronounced Hera. Ara. Yeah, whatever. Boss group dolls. Get away from me. I've been running Players 8 for a tiny bit here as well. Pretty nice down here as well. Yeah, that level kind of saved me. Oh boy. I don't know about making hammers physical damage now. Could make some sense, but change hammers to IAS instead. I don't know. I'm not sure that's doing the changes that we actually want it to. Because you can get really fast IAS going.
Greetings.
7% MF. I'd have to do like a lot of testing and see. Alright. Tal, blank, blank, am, ort. So we just need a thol again and then a 4 open socket weapon. They shouldn't nerf anything in D2R, just buff things. See? Wow. And there you go. Alright, we have our second spirit. Just need the 4 open socket. See, that's where I disagree. If you only buff, games run into problems. Power creep, power creep, power creep, everything becomes... Then you end up with Path of Exile. Right? People don't like nerfs because a lot of people suck at nerfing things properly. And that is the issue. A lot of companies just, they don't do good nerfs. They don't understand it enough, whatever. They just destroy things or whatever, and it's just not great. But nerfs are actually really good. I'm sorry, I'm not going to lie. Nerfs are really good and really a thing that I believe need to exist in more games more often. Thanks, Batman. But it's just tricky, and you really have to be in touch with the game and in tune and understand what's, you know, where the issues are and all that. And one of the best examples I feel like I can give is if you look at, yeah, Mosaic needs to be nerfed completely. One of the best examples I can give is if you look at Dota. The reason Dota does so well and has survived so long and all of everything about Dota is because in all of the balance patches, there are buffs, but there are also nerfs. And it does a great job at shifting the meta, what builds are good, bad, all of this. Brood War as well. There were plenty things there. Brood War is balanced with map design, but it was balanced prior. I mean, StarCraft in the OG. Yeah, but they do balancing with maps, which is great. But no, they had balanced patches before. Yeah, they're not doing like balance patches now with it, but they're not changing anything like that, right? The game's in a fine state. They don't buff, they don't nerf, but yeah, properly assessing and adjusting is so important.
It's locked.
But people just hear nerf and then they scream and they don't want it, and then the devs are like, oh, okay, let's not do it, and then games end up just kind of turning to garbage because they're just filled with so much power creep and everything's more and everything's better, and then you're just constantly buffing, and then you kind of lose a good sense of what the game is. They probably remove it, Akoi. Dota's changes can be really small. 2 less base damage. Oh yeah, a lot of times it's like you gain 1 less, 0.1 less agility per level, you know. Has a slightly slower attack speed or move speed or whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be huge. So, you know, again, I look at Diablo 2 and I see things like the Hammerden, who crushes things on players 8, but can also crush things on players 16, players 64. I had, you know, I modded it and was playing around with it there. Yeah, that was happening. You think any hero should be able to kill stuff on players 64? The Mosaic Assassin able to kill things on players 2048? That is acting as if there are 2047 other heroes in the game. One hero was able to fight as if there were 2047 other heroes. Like, even Players 8, when you really think about it, Players 8 is supposed to be the power of 8 heroes combined fighting it. So, how easily stuff can kill stuff on P8 is, you know, a little silly sometimes, and especially things like Hammerden and Jabazon and whatever, it gets a little bit much. Now, should a fully super stacked character with all the works and stuff still be able to, you know, crush through some more? Yeah, for sure. But do we need every single hero having the ability to dominate that much? I don't know, personally. I'm not certain. I think it's right there, honestly. I'm just going to teleport there. No, it's not. Mosaic Assassin is One Punch Woman. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I hate dolls. Fist of Heaven and dolls, man. I didn't even try and cast down on them. No, Mosaic needs a bunch of stuff to fix it, honestly. Have I played a run with the skill build designed by ChatGPT? I have not. Oh wait, I have the waypoint. Don't normally get that waypoint in a run. Could be funny to see what they decide.
I can't.
Not a good meth farming map there for sure. Am I still doing man versus stream? We have to figure out when we'll do the next one.
The Lord of Hatred shall darken the world no longer.
Yeah, I agree, Kai. Though I do hate killing Mephisto over an area and then not getting drops. Good old static field when struck. Always fun for a mercenary. Alright, Act 4 means players 8. A fix where players can only equip one Runeword. I mean, the problem is, okay, now every sorceress has to equip Spirit Shield. And every other character has to equip Enigma. Except some melee characters that equip Grief. And a Boazon will either have Faith or Fortitude. I feel like that limits a lot of the fun. You have to be careful with limitations in game design. Couple limitations like that can really be brutal. One of any given runeword. So you can't have two spirits. I mean, all that does is destroy, like, Tesla, or I mean, Holy Shock, you know, Paladin and FOHdin. Just kind of wrecks a couple builds, but doesn't do much else, right? Go to players 1 before we get to Ishul. Yeah, dual Dream Paladin, so fun. I love Tesla, it's honestly super, super fun. And it's so expensive as well that it feels like, okay. Runewords are your favorite part of D2. Runewords are really interesting because they're the like one of the best and also worst parts of Diablo. They're one of the best because they bring in such an awesome chase, a really cool way to it's like build your own unique. Runewords and uniques are the same exact thing when you take the runes away, right? Don't look at the runes, just look at the final product. They're the same exact thing. So there's no real difference there. But the only difference is a unique, you have to just find the unique, which is tough. A runeword, you get to build it along the way. Oh, look, I've got the Jaw rune. Now I need to get the Burr rune, the Ith rune, and the base, and then I build my unique. So it's a unique that you find in pieces, which is a really, really cool idea. And is fantastic. And then as well, it's an in-game currency because it builds not just the one unique, but it builds many uniques. So you're able to take part of a unique and trade it, essentially. And so you can see how, when you think about it, it's like, oh wow, this makes a lot of sense for why this is such a good idea. The problem is, the uniques that it builds are so freaking good that it ruins a lot of all the other pieces of the game. And this is where the issue is that a lot of people have it. Because, oh look, I found this awesome rare armor with 48 life, 25 cold res, 27 fire resist, and really nice defense. That's a dope armor. But it doesn't matter because the Runeword armors are so much better. And so much easier. You know? All the rares, all these things, they're just gone. It just wipes out so many of those. You found the coolest, best sword in the game? Doesn't matter. I got a low rune, I made grief. This gives me teleport. You know, whatever. And so it wrecks rare items to such a degree that that is where it really there's another Thol rune. That's where you really lose people on them. Oh boy. Would I rather nerf runewords or buff rare uniques? I'd rather nerf runewords. And I mean both. Honestly. Many uniques need some buffs. Base damage is more what needs to be buffed for rares than the other things. But having like, you know, something that I'm really focusing on. I have a whole like what I'm focusing on with, you know, Llama RPG itemization discussion where I've discussed it. But something that I'm really focusing on is giving every item type a reason to have it. Now, will that possibly run into issues and not fully work all the time? Whatever, of course. And I'll have to look and balance and adjust. But the idea is really like, hey, what if rare items could have much higher bases for defense? Okay, so you can get a 5,000 defense rare base, but you can't have teleport on it, right? Enigma gives you the teleport, or you can't get the FCR on it. So now you're debating these things, but you're bringing the values closer together in a way where you're actually making decisions. Because right now it's like, yeah, whatever, I just don't make the decision to do any of the other things. Teleport is so important. And Enigma is a bad example, but let's say FCR is so important, you know? At some point, having, you know, let's say rares were 500,000 defense. Ouch. For example. Oh, I'm on players 8. Let's go to players 1. At some point, there is a time where you go, maybe I actually want the rare. So I think really finding where that is important. Where is that balance to where both of these are now something that you're considering? And you just make sure that happens across, you know, all your different item types. Hefesto took his vitamins, for real, man. So that is what I am focusing on in Llama RPG. Is I want to make sure that... Speaking of almost getting FCR on a armor, I want to make sure that each item type you have a question in your mind. And you're thinking about it and you're like, maybe though. Lemrune. Treachery is not really helpful, but I mean we could just make treachery for a mercenary. Or we could, you know, have it just to proc fade and then call it good. That also works.
Good evening.
Yeah, so Insight, Treachery, Mercenary now becomes more viable. We've got Raltier, Tal Soul, so we have enough for insight. We just need the weapon base. If we wanted to get the mercenary rolling. But I could also just try and make like an Act 5 mercenary. They're a little tankier. Give him a treachery, he'd be killing it. Make a wealth, there you go. Do I think Blizzard will allocate people back from Microsoft to D2R? I don't know. It's really hard to say what's gonna happen anywhere for any of the... Remodded was my favorite class to play. The Boazon was super fun. Playing the like calling in air bombardment, whatever, was airstrike was amazing. It was a little strong at times, but it was so fun. Yeah, get the bulwark. BT Diablo Season 2 tomorrow. Whoa, I didn't even know we had BT Diablo Season 2. What'd you just see an ad for? But yeah, itemization is something I'm really excited for in LOM RPG, something that I'm really like really trying to work on and focus on and make exciting. So there's a lot of work going into that. Any thoughts on doing a couple chaos runs for levels? Yeah, so we're on players 8 right now. I mean, the thing is I'm level 50. So after this I'll be fine on levels. I don't need to do more of them. Gonna need a good merce for wave 2 hell. I'm just gonna try and wave skip it.
I can't.
Pray I get it. If not, then we'll figure out something else. Ah, classic time warp. Okay, so now I guess we just go conviction. One point in redemption for wave 2. I mean, the problem is trying to kill wave 2 when I'll be hammers. I won't have a chance there. What's the record for this? I actually have done the Paladin before, so Maregi probably knows. Maregi, what's my current record for how fast did I do this last time? Easy enough. Ooh, 16 all res. We'll hold it. What do you think about the new D2 season and the new expansion soon releasing? I don't think there's any D2 expansion releasing. I don't know, Mr. Winston. Conversion through hell. God. I do not know. New D2 expansion would be wild.
I'm coming for you.
Act 6 is real, Copium. Yeah, something I actually really did enjoy, like, so I played through Diablo 2 1.0, right? The very first iterations of Diablo 2 here, before lots of patches and all sorts of things like this. And it definitely had a lot of stuff that needed to be improved. It was a little too brutal, a little too rough, whatever. But something I did really like was how slowed down a lot of stuff was. The leveling was terrible. You didn't just get flooded with, you know, gems and stuff that you weren't ever using. You didn't get flooded with potions all over the place. You know, you really had to care a lot about all the stuff more. And yeah, there were a bunch of day one patches. That was just fixing bugs. Boss packs not giving extra experience was actually kind of rough. I think that's a good change they made. So, I mean, they've made good changes since then for sure. Plenty of stuff improved. I think the game overall is better right now. But I also think, you know, they've given a little too much. Now, the game's a little too easy. And that's something that
Just stopping
I just
in
really
for a
liked.
quick second. Miss watching you. Haven't been able to watch in a while. Hope life is treating you well.
Thanks, Rhyme Time. Appreciate that. Happy to see you. Thank you very much for 29 months. Why play D4 expansion? I don't know. Maybe. I think a majority of the D2 community is still playing Diablo 2. Maybe, Commander. Like, I still think Diablo 2 Resurrected is very challenging to play through. Don't get me wrong. I don't think this game is no longer challenging or anything. But it really was hard. And it really had some cool things in 1.0 and stuff that did slow you down a little bit and did make you feel like you had to think a little more, you had to be a little more cautious with your things. And the same thing I think is... Oh, hold on, I
Say
got
what
this.
you will about Diablo 4, but I for one am glad it exists.
There you go.
I was born with a disability that means I only have one finger on each hand. Blizzard was extremely considerate to provide a game I can win with even with this disability, very inclusive. Oh, also my disability left me blind and with only 3 brain cells, but Diablo 4 allows me to get level 100 with little effort. Thank you Blizzard for caring for the disabled like me. Smile, say GG, 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 say GG.
Anyways. wholesome at the start. Yeah, so it also kind of takes me to classic WoW, right? Very similar idea. The game was extremely hard. It took a lot of time. You would fight a mob, and then you would take a rest, and you would eat something and heal, and then you would go again, and, you know, rinse and repeat. And this is how it was. And people loved it. And then they made the game easier, and then they made the game easier, and then they made the game easier. And it eventually drove people away. It was so easy. And finally they brought back Classic WoW after everybody complained enough. And it was great, and everybody loves it. And they were like, y'all aren't gonna like it. And then everybody did. Because, yeah, it's just... There's a lot of beauty in the simplicity that, and the difficulty, and not everything all over. And a lot of that is what makes games really solid. No, I don't even mind the Holy Bolt change, honestly, damaging demons and undead. Like I said, I think there's plenty of good changes. I'm just saying overall with the Enigma and with all the different, you know, just all the different runewords and all the different pieces, I feel like D2 has gotten a little easier than it needs to be. I miss, you know, rares a bit more and stuff. Say GG. %. And again, I don't think D2R is easy. I think it is still a very challenging game, and I think one of the reasons it's still such a great game that I have 30,000 plus hours in, 31 probably now, is it's fantastic. They haven't ruined it. They didn't make so many changes that it's now this terrible product. Yeah, I know, I gotta hit that 75. Oh, I still don't have stealth? Oh my god.
At Mr. Lamas, if they ever do work on D2 again, I'd love to see a season where they buff rares, then a season where they buff crafting, then a season of TC87s.
I'd love to see a rare season, that'd be cool. If they ever wanted to do like just a season of something. Hi, F4, how you doing? Literally just running around with a white breastplate on. Ridiculous. Agreed, Xeon.
The summit, the barbarian holy ground.
Okay, I finally got my Ethrune, so that's good, but I don't have a base for it. Let's go ahead and put Hawkmail on at least. Yeah, I was sitting there and I was like, why do I have 32 FCR? Or 60 FCR? That doesn't make sense. I should have 85. Lightning Enchanted. it's kind of crazy. I mean, a quality of life season where you can stack runes and stuff would obviously be a godlike season. What makes D2 so much superior to its successors? It looks better, it feels better, it's got better systems, it's not just a bunch of confusing, weird, like, trying to just get you to click and play, like, through cheesy memes. It's got great balance. It's got good scaling. The difficulty is there. It doesn't force things. It's got open trading. It's got open... I mean, everything is a lot more open with that. Again, not trying to force you and tell you this is how you need to play the game. Just providing the game and letting you decide how you wish to enjoy it. The itemization is godly. Yeah.
Impossible.
Seems a lot. That's it. That's why it's so good. Why does D4 feel like a chore? Because it's got a lot of the things I said, but in reverse. Or it's missing a lot of the things I just said. And you just feel it. Isn't spending points in Holy Shock better? I mean, getting, you know, all resist further minus, it doesn't really matter. We could put them either place. Two open sockets? No! 3 open sockets! I don't want Enigma. Make treachery, I guess. Okay, it's right here to the bottom right. Yeah. One more? There it is. That was kind of the problem, Brookwell. Nobody else with the outside can back into it? Of course, Dad. Thank you. Let's go players 8. 29 light res. I like that. Sure, holy shock. Why not? It's only 7%. It's okay. Vampire Hunter Survivor? Which one? Vampire Survivors? Or the one that I played that was like that? Oh, yes. It is called Gulliver's Travels. Let me find it. It's in my Steam. Where is it? Why can't I remember it? The name was confusing. Oh my god, chat, what was the game? Pathfinder Gallowspire Survivors. That's what it's called. Thank you. Ah, you found it too, Jurassic. I always just think Gulliver's Travels. Let me hear it. Yeah, they've done a lot of updates recently to add a lot more to it as well. Okay, 57. Wow. Oak Sage or Bear earlier? Yeah, maybe getting Bear a little earlier. Who's still in here? Something to think about for sure. I like the bear on it. Ooh, mage plate. Well, forget that, man. Forget stealth. I'm gonna rock that instead.
Evening. At your service.
Alright, man, Fist of Heavens is crushing. Okay, we have to go do the Den of Evil now. Hey, Tonwit with the 278 super chat. Thank you very much. How are you? You didn't even see what armor it is? It's Q Hagen's. +1 skill, 20 FCR, probably some magic damage reduced or something. Yeah. Energy, 15 energy and 3 to mana per kill is also actually pretty godly.
Evil dwells within this cave.
no FHR. Oh, it does have 20 FHR. Wow, it's got more stats than I thought, man. What does the Lost City, Valley of Snakes, and Claw Viper Temple mean? Those are all locations. Past the Far Oasis. Oh, up here. Sorry. Yeah, they're in purple because it's terror zones. So if I go there, all the monsters will be level 59 in those areas for this hour. And then it rotates every hour. It's a new thing that they added in recently. Oh no, who am I missing? Okay. Alright, let's go respec.
My duty here is done.
Dude, we are crushing it. Whatever. Absolutely crushing it on gear. It's almost too ridiculous. Okay, we need 55 strength. And 60 strength. And 39 of that. Everything else here.
Good day.
So max hammers, max vigor. Should be good. D, X, Z. Perfect. All right, time